What's up, and welcome to this week's episode of How Not to Summon a Dungeon Master. Previously, on the search for Ciri.
This is going to be nasty.
Before I can give you 26A, you need to go back downstairs and access form 716.
Why don't you have the forms up here?
Sir, I don't make the rules. Falls through the bush and just rolls right in front of this little campfire with 5 children sitting round it.
Hello, kids.
And I will pull out the flowers.
Okay. You see her eyes light up.
Or I can take you home.
Give me a persuasion of whether or not she's interested in this.
17.
17. She looks at you. You could try and convince him.
No, don't try it.
Let's go do that.
So we left off with Ren returning home, Dimdish going to the pub for a pint and some Gwent, and the Witcher trying to talk his way into having a threesome
A devil's threesome
with
as
a
well.
bank teller and her husband. So we'll
Nothing
pick
but
up
the best.
with the Witcher.
Oh my god, is the husband the guy bank teller?
Oh no! Oh, love triangle.
So you are led through the streets to the sort of middle class area of this city, and you approach what looks like quite a humble house in the inner workings of this city. And the bank teller, she turns to you. You've never got a name. The bank teller, she turns to you, and you can have a go, but
We already established that.
he's inside. You can try.
And I will knock on the door.
Okay, you knock on the door, and you hear some clattering around, some pots and pans, and the door swings open, and before you stands a very scrawny-looking man. He's got a pinny on. He's got a rolling pin in his hand.
You had 2 ways of going on this, and I'm glad you went that way.
And he's got some bear claw slippers on.
Bear claw slippers.
Yep, and he looks at you, and he looks past you at the bank teller. Hey, Janie. Who's this?
And I will...
Commit fully to it right now.
I'm going to go all in, dude.
All in straight
Okay.
away.
Okay.
I've come to plough your wife.
What'd you say his name was?
He didn't.
He didn't.
You don't ask. Her name's Janie, apparently.
Good evening, sir. I've brought your wife home. We have somewhat of an arrangement. But I was wondering if you could be involved in fulfilling this arrangement.
Just say it. you've
And
come
he
to plough
looks
your wife.
past you, and Janie, what's he mean? What's happened at work?
He's come to dick your wife.
And I will look
She just-
him up and down,
Yeah,
and then I'll look him dead in the eyes.
yeah,
One way or another, I'm going to plow your wife.
right, yeah.
I would like you to be involved. But if you don't want to be, that's okay. Maybe take a walk for an hour.
Okay, give me a persuasion check, please.
Oh, this is the best.
You could have said for 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Yeah, good point.
It's a 16.
It's a 16.
Oh, it better be a natural 20.
He looks at you. You can see his eyes well up a little bit with some tears in them.
Of joy or sadness?
Janie, is that true? And she just looks at him, still chewing her gum.
Yeah, it is.
She just looks at him, sort of nods. Oh,
Please, don't be insulted. Think of it as just a different flavour of cake.
give me another persuasion.
I need persuading at this point.
What's a
Dimdish
cake?
then gets involved.
It's a 13.
It's a 13. Well, Janie, I'm not going to leave you alone with him anyway. So,
The other option is you're welcome to watch.
okay. And he steps aside.
this son of a bitch I'm in.
Do you know what? You came in with the big dick energy, and I approve.
And he got good rolls.
And
So-
he got good rolls. You know what? All right.
He takes up a position on a chair in the corner of the bedroom.
Has he got his inspiration point back?
Has he
for
still
this?
got his
Yeah, I've got-
rolling pin and pinny
He
on?
still has his penny and his bare crossovers on.
Use the rolling pin. Use the rolling pin.
Stick it in my
Protects
head.
him against splashes.
I decided to join.
Oh, this is disgusting.
And I will instantly take my clothes off.
Oh my god.
Okay. Give me a performance roll, sir.
A performance.
And you've got your inspiration.
I
here.
do indeed. Not that I'll need it. 17.
17. You set about demolishing Janie.
Demolishing. Look, it's a bridge.
Now,
Does she shield to a gun while
You
she's
shut your mouth and get rid of the coin.
Have
No,
the
I
frenzy
rolled
rage.
well. I don't need to.
As you're hitting it from behind, Janie looks at the man in the corner who is,
Nameless.
and she's still with cum in mouth. Grow up, Kurt. As he gets a tear falls from his eye.
did you say
God, that's
gum
awful.
in mouth?
Yes, cum in mouth.
That's good
It
job.
sounded like
That
cum in
did
mouth.
sound like cum.
I heard come in mouth too. I was like, not yet. I said an hour.
Kurt doesn't say anything in the corner. He just very gently cries.
I in the American Psycho way of doing it.
Yeah.
You know when he looks himself in the mirror and he gives himself the big flex?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to do a Chuck Norris
Thumbs
thumbs up to myself in the mirror. I'm going to look at Kurt
Yeah.
while I'm absolutely hammering his wife from behind.
Yeah.
Why don't you take that gum out of her mouth and fill it with something else?
Give me the most disgusting of persuasion checks. This is The Witcher D&D, everybody.
How are we going to be able to put this on YouTube?
Probably aren't.
I don't think we are.
Lagging.
I don't know if this is going to be even allowed on Apple.
It's got E for explicit.
Fucking
We
explicit.
used the tag for a reason. 18.
18.
Fuck me.
With clenched teeth. Kurt stands.
Let's see,
I hope it wasn't her teeth clenched.
Takes off,
let's see you grit those teeth.
takes off his pinny, drops his trousers. He doesn't look happy about it. But he feels Janie's mouth.
Eiffel Tower.
Highs or lows?
Lows. Fuck, I should have gone highs.
Doesn't go for the high five. He doesn't want to look you in the face.
Too late. He grabs his face.
Yeah, I've got to finish up and leave.
You finish up and leave. You
I'll-
leave a very exhausted Janie
And sad.
and a sad Kurt who didn't finish.
That sounds like a counsellor's problem, not mine.
Now you can finish that other cake. Well, he was baking something.
Meanwhile, in the tavern, Dimdish, you found a table of Gwent players to play with.
Thank you. Oh, I wish the Witcher was here. Oh, well. I imagine he's having fun.
Oh, he was. Ruining relationships.
You weren't aware of his arrangement, I don't think.
No, I just said
No.
I hope he's having fun. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing someone.
Oh, it's someone.
I didn't say something. I said someone.
Are you playing Gwent for money or just for fun?
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
I need to...
No rolls then, if you're just playing for fun.
Can I roll to see if I win or lose?
Highs or lows?
Can I do a flip of the coin?
Do a flip of the coin, and this is your overall, like, were you a winner on the night or a loser on the night? Frenzied is loser,
Why do
because
you
you're
always-
raging because you've lost so much.
Oh, that was a terrible flip. Did you see that flip?
Did you see how high I put that in the air?
DM the
It
coin.
literally, like, turned over one. That's a flip.
I'll still win.
You left the night being
I accept this win.
exceptionally good.
Tonight we both win.
Yeah, you had some good, and you kind of wish that you'd played for money now, but it is what it is.
It is what
And
it
you
is.
return back to the crookedy house. You arrive at the door
At the
as the
same
Witcher
time?
arrives at the door.
Did you have fun, Witcher?
I took care of some business.
Did you? I can smell it on you.
That's disgusting.
I can smell you.
I'll rub my cock on his top
because-
lip like a
On the
Mexican
curtains as
mustache.
you walk in.
That's because Dimdish is dick level.
That is true. I was dick level. He's not got his cock out now. He's not walking everywhere when I'm walking down the street. Everybody that you meet.
Well, I rolled like a 17 or
Okay.
16 on my cock. I'm
He
going to
did.
walk around with it everywhere out.
You both walk into the house. The couple, they've obviously gone to bed for the night, and you walk up to your room where Ren is laying on the bed,
What were you doing in this time?
waiting for your return, really.
Yeah, I went back because I don't want to get caught because I'm the one that's going to get burned.
She kind of had an evening with the couple that the house has...
They cooked me a nice dinner, and it's lovely.
And that's
Fair
about
enough.
it.
And had
you-
a bath.
Do you want to do anything in the evening?
No, I'm
I
good,
mean,
thank
these
you.
two have returned home. You can talk to them if you want. It's up to you. You're still awake.
All right, Ren.
How was your night?
I did quite well at Gwent. I haven't played it for quite a while, so I had a bit of fun. I don't know what Witcher was doing, but I could smell it on him.
I made a deposit. And I will just lay on the bed.
I don't know what that means, but I hope he had fun.
And you all get a peaceful 8 hours rest. Well, however long. You're a half elf, aren't you?
Wood elf.
A wood elf. Oh, so you can transfer
Yeah.
for 4 hours. So you've got a little bit of a problem here because you're also non-human. So
Yeah.
just a heads up. The higher up in the city you go, the more... Yeah. Anyway, day breaks. What would you like to do?
Witcher, we've done the chicken fucker.
You have 2 contracts left in your possession.
Let's,
An elusive thief at large.
Let's
and
pick up where we
Deadly
left
Delights.
off. Why don't you draw another contract out?
Hey, shall I? I'll rustle around from one of them.
You can
Really
you can
matter.
50-50 if
Yeah.
you want. Do you want another coin flip? For
Yeah.
which contract you do? Yeah. Frenzied Rage is the murder. The other one's the thief.
Really not.
Would you believe?
Why can't you flip a coin?
It's a heavy fucking coin. You haven't.
Would you like me to do it? Let the Witcher
coin.
flip the coin.
Go on then. What is it?
Frenzied.
Hey, wait.
So
what?
he pulls out of his pocket Deadly Delights and a Murder.
Murder.
And the contract reads: looking for somebody to investigate the murder of a town guard in the brothel district of the city.
Ooh.
Please contact town guardsman Noah on the bridge entering the red light area.
Ooh. I've never really been to the red light area of a
You might
place.
get to make another deposit.
Yeah.
Or a transaction.
Already.
He might.
There's a 48-hour recharge.
True
It's
story.
bios.
I'm 30 odd years old. You're damn right there's a 48-hour recharge.
Can we have it as canon that he's got a massive cock but tiny balls?
It is canon already.
Often deposits.
Just not in The
Just make
Witcher.
small ones. Right, so you head to the bridge and you find a town guard standing at the bridge who you assume is Noah.
Good morning, Noah.
I'm keeping my head down. Just with my cloak.
That's absolutely... Yeah, because this is a town's guardsman. He looks at you. Afternoon, sir.
It's the morning.
Yes.
So it would
Would
seem.
Morning, sir.
We'll put that off as you being coy. I'm here with my Mr. Witcher and
looks at you.
Ren as for the contract that you put on the notice board.
You'll hear about the murder.
Aye, a murder of a town guard. That's very serious.
Why does it sound like Rimmer from Red Dwarf?
Who?
The town guard.
Of course he does.
I don't know what you mean.
Who's Rimmer?
He,
Lord.
yes, there was a murder. One of our guards was killed in the brothel district, torn to pieces. His body is with the medical examiners down by the docks. If you wish to speak to the medical examiner, we need to find out who is or who did this. He was a good man. He did not deserve to die.
He was a good man. What was the price on this contract, by the way? On the note?
15 gold
Fair enough. Seems fair.
to find the killer.
Right. Let's go down to the docks.
So you head down to the docks, and you can see, obviously you see all these large trader ships all docked in the docks. It's a very busy area. And then you see down by the water, just a row of bodies laid
police
out.
tape. Right.
A row of bodies laid out, and there's a man who's sort of kneeling down next to one of the bodies.
Oh, is that the inspector?
I will walk up to the man.
He looks up at you.
Good morning. We're here to investigate the death of the town guard. Noah has sent us.
Very well. Do you have the contract, sir?
Dimdish.
My associate
And he
does.
looks at the contract. Everything seems in order. Yes, the body was found in the brothel district. If you'll follow me, and he leads you over to one of the bodies, and he pulls back the sheet. This is the unfortunate soul that was found in the brothel district.
I want to do a medicine check.
I'll investigate the area.
So as you bend down to look at the body, that you can see the medical examiner sort of is very intently looking at Ren.
You'll have to forgive my friend here. She's seen war, but while not really trained in battle, she retains some of her medical knowledge, but is frightened by the sound of clashing swords. Hence, I make use of her.
That's a good enough lie, Witcher. So he looks at you and he's like, would explain the hood, I guess. I've heard it's tough on the front lines. I'm aware.
She's seen worse than most.
Very well.
I'll investigate the area around the body. Not just the body, but
I'm assuming the
actual
body's
area.
been moved.
Yes, well, the murder happened
'Cause
in
they're
the brothel
lined up,
district,
aren't
and
they?
these are at
Yeah.
the docks.
No,
So,
I'll investigate the body then as well. I've got the
so
medical
what would you
knowledge.
get for
11.
an 11? What on your?
Oh, wait, no, I get advantage, don't I?
You do on the medicine checks, yeah.
Right, let me roll it again. No.
17.
I got a 17.
10. So 11.
11. Okay, so you're looking at the body. You can obviously see the real obvious wounds to this body. This person has got deep slashes that almost look like nail marks dragged across his torso.
Human nails, or would it have been a bigger hand? Would I
They
recognise
look like human. The spacings between the scratch marks look human.
Yeah.
They're just very deep gashes that have almost torn the entire inside of this man. You can also see that he is distinctly... He's got a loss of colour in his face.
Like he's been drained of some blood.
Or
You're not-
he's been submerged
You're
in
not
water.
sure. But that's what's caught your attention. Dimdish, you see the same things, except you're looking at this man and you see the paleness in him, and you're like, wonder if it's blood. And you nick him on the arm. And blood comes out. And you're like, it can't be blood then. The medical examiner, he sees you do this, and he looks at you. I saw the same thing. The man looks like he's been drained of something.
Probably the same thing I was last night.
And he looked very confused at you. And he continues. I am aware that vampires are a thing. However, I checked, as you did, and this man has not been drained of blood. He has been drained of something else. And I'm not sure what.
I will have a look at the body.
Okay, give me an investigation. Or a medicine. Up to you. Give me advantage as well.
based on his current roles, he's not doing so well. Apart from when it comes to fucking.
13. Oh, I
13.
fuck well.
You look at the nail marks and you're like, they're humanoid. You're sure that they're humanoid of some variety. You can't quite place them though. And you look at the state that he's in and the colour that's drained from his face. And at first you too are like, could be a vampire. But then you see obviously that they've nicked his arm and everything. And you're like, but it's definitely not. And you're trying to think back at what might drain something. And you're like, the name doesn't come to you. And you're like, there's a monster that I can't place that drains people of something, and I can't remember what it is, and you just can't remember. It's there, but the name's missing.
It's like they've been drained of energy before he died. I did say that out loud to everybody.
Excuse me, where was the body found?
Of course. I'll take you.
Thank you very much.
And I will cover him back up before I
Cover
get
him
back up.
And the medical examiner, he leads you not too far away to a back alley in the brothel district. It's very obvious that this is the brothel district. There's a lot of what they would call strumpets in the streets. And he leads you to a very secluded area in a back alley. The murder happened here. This was where the body of the guardsman was found.
Has this place been disturbed since the body was found?
Nobody has come through here.
Good. We'll have a look around if that's okay.
Of course. We
And-
need to find out who did this.
We'll go have a bit of an investigation, a bit of a look around.
Give me an investigation check.
14.
20.
15.
Okay, Witcher. You can clearly see. The other two, you can see that the ground has been disturbed in some way, that a scuffle took place here. Witcher, you see very clearly 2 hoof prints leading away from the alleyway.
Hooves, Witcher? 2.
Hooves.
Like a satire?
Do you know any monsters that... 2 hooves?
There's the obvious ones, but I can't recall any feeding on people like that.
I might have a question to ask the people inside these buildings, left and right. They might have heard stuff. The actual
There's no
owners.
windows or doors or anything. It's an alleyway, but
People around might actually see something. To be fair, there's plenty ladies of the night round here.
there are.
I would imagine that somebody might have seen something. But they certainly won't speak to these guards. You would probably be better for this one, Ren. I'm not going to lie.
What, going and talking to these people?
To
Yeah.
the lovely ladies.
Of course. Oh, we can do that.
So you leave the alleyway on your own. And I assume you approach just one of the random ladies of the night, one of the strumpets.
Yes.
Okay, and you walk up to her, and she just looks at you. Looking for a good time, dearie?
Later.
Not right now. I just wondered if I could ask a bit of girly gossip.
What about?
Do you know what happened to that guy down there?
Are you asking about the murder?
Yes.
We don't talk about the murder, dearie.
Have there been many?
No, not really. A few of us ladies of the night were murdered, but
Oh my god. Where? Was it down the same place?
no, it's a dangerous trade that we do, and not all of us make it.
Don't you need to stay safe?
Nobody cares about us and what we do. We're lower people.
I care.
Nice, but it's not going to help us, dear.
I'm going to give her 2 gold.
She
You're
takes you
just
to...
fucking handing over money.
She takes you. She
I
takes
care
you
about
back.
children and women.
She ta-
Those poor men.
I gave a man gold too. I'm just trying to...
Ren. She takes you 2 gold.
Thank you for your help.
Word is going to get
She
round
nods.
about you.
That's it.
I'm going to go into the building, one of them. So from that alleyway.
You can knock on a random door. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course
yeah.
you can.
I'll knock.
You knock on the door. There's no answer.
Okay, I'll go to the other side of the alleyway then and go knock on that door.
Highs or lows?
Low.
Yeah, somebody opens the door. Chap.
Yeah. Does he say anything first?
All right.
Hiya. I was just wondering, do you have a toilet I could borrow?
No. No. I'm not going to let you into my house.
Don't you know there's been a murder?
Sorry, it's just I'm bursting. That was all. I was just seeing if you could help me. But thank you ever so much.
All right.
Just quickly before you go, do you know what happened down this alleyway?
And he scowls at you. I don't know nothing. And he shuts the door.
I'm gonna just lean across.
Yep.
I have a suspect.
Unless he was hooved, I don't think you do.
Didn't look down. I didn't see the hooves either, and nobody relayed that to me.
Can
Yeah,
I?
which you're the only one that can see the hoof
Can I
prints
track
leading away.
these?
Give me a survival. It's a good idea. You follow them up to a point, and they get you as far as they lead to a back door to a whorehouse with a name above the door and a crooked sign saying Crippled Kate's. And then they lead away from the back door. But they distinctively look like they go up the steps and then away again. But you lose track of them as they lead away again.
I will go up the steps.
Okay, you walk up the steps and I assume you open the door?
Yeah.
And you open the door and it looks like the back entrance to the whorehouse known as Crippled Kate's. And as you walk in, you see multiple tables with different types of men in there, sailors, people who work on ships, all sorts. And there's women dancing around on the tables and everything. It looks like your bog standard whorehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And an elderly woman tending the bar.
I'm gonna follow Lassie around.
Who Ren?
No,
you're following Witcher.
I will go to the bar.
Okay, you go up to the bar and the old woman is working at the bar.
How much for a drink?
And she's cleaning her glass and she looks at you. You here to buy anybody or?
Possibly.
Right.
It depends if that somebody comes with information I'm after.
She turns her eyebrows down. And what information are you after?
I'm looking into the murder that happened down yonder alley.
I don't know anything about the murder.
But you know about the hooved creature that came in here?
She stops cleaning the glass.
I thought so.
I don't know who you are, but I'm not telling you anything.
And I will pull my hood down. Allow me to introduce myself.
Power play.
But he's
I am Velimir of Kedwin. And I will find that killer.
And she puts the glass down and she walks out from... I say walks out. She hobbles out from behind the bar. She's clearly got a cane that she's using to walk. And I'm Crippled Kate from the whorehouse. And I'm not telling you anything. I protect these ladies.
Oh.
Protect them from what?
Anybody who tries to hurt them.
One of these clearly murdered someone, didn't they?
I don't know anything. And
You
she hobbles back behind the bar.
You don't mind if I look around?
You can look around as much as you like, dear. Make sure you buy something while you're here, though.
And I'll have a look around.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. All you will see, regardless of role, is a whorehouse.
Regular whorehouse.
Yeah, bedrooms upstairs. The women are downstairs trying to bring in clients.
So I'll go to the door that I came through.
Yep.
The hoof track clearly led up here
It did.
and then away again.
Yes.
Do they look like they entered at all?
Yes. These look like they went up the steps and then came back down the steps again.
Okay.
Witcher. While we're in the tavern or brothel, I was listening in on that conversation. By the sounds of it, this town's guardsman might have been not the upstanding gentleman. Potentially, I would imagine this woman would be protecting him for reasons, potentially for why they would have murdered him.
You're probably right, but we still need to work this out.
Hey, we do. I'm just saying maybe a change of tack might be in order for trying to understand what's actually going on here.
You're welcome to take the lead, Dimdish.
Alright, so what I'm thinking is, Witcher, we maybe bring in a fellow woman, maybe that might actually be able to talk a bit better to this woman, because I don't think she's going to talk to a man in a way. I could be a woman, being a dwarf and, beard, but no. Although I've never actually told you that, I am actually a man. I get it. It's difficult.
Surprise?
Now we need a makeover so
Aye.
you could be disguised as a woman.
But we're not going to do that.
Oh.
You're not there either. I think we should go and get our friend Ren to come and speak to this woman. I think she might have a better tact, although we did see her talking to the guy next door. This might not work. So I'm going to get her.
Okay, so you go and fetch Ren.
Ren! In fact, I'll pop my head out the door because
Yeah,
she's
she's
there.
just in the alleyway, literally outside.
Here, Ren!
Yeah?
We might need you. In fact, we do need you. Can you come in here? We need a woman's touch.
He says, asking her to go into a brothel.
Shooting you a look. Like,
I've committed
that's
to the
disgusting.
I've committed to it. I give you nothing back.
I'm just gonna slowly follow
Cool.
with just sus eyes.
Okay, I'll give you sus eyes back. Can you go and talk to the barmaid about the issue? She's not one for turning for force. Okay, so we might need a bit of a woman's tag on this one.
We're just asking about the dead guy.
Woman,
Okay.
yeah,
About murder. Yeah,
about
about
murder.
Right. Okie dokie, point me to her. The specific lady I need
You
to
see the
speak
very
to.
stern older lady standing behind the bar. This is clearly Kate, who owns Crippled Kate's.
And it is a bar.
It's a brothel, but downstairs is a bar where, obviously, like any sort of strip club, you go in. There's a bar. Like, the girls are working around trying to convince customers to go upstairs with them.
Does it serve drinks though?
I have no idea what are those
Yeah.
like.
Does it
So-
serve drinks?
Yes, yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. There's people drinking. There's men being entertained by women downstairs. Yeah, obviously all the action takes place upstairs where all the bedrooms are.
Right.
But the Witcher has had a scan around the building already, and he saw nothing untoward. It looks like a brothel.
Okie dokie. So I'll go up to Kate.
Yeah, so you approach the stern-looking lady as she's cleaning down a glass.
So if I get a drink, please.
Are you with the other two?
We
I've just seen you talking to them.
We hurriedly look away.
Yes, I am.
Well, I wasn't particularly friendly with your Witcher friend.
No, I completely understand that.
Bit short.
What, you were? Or he was?
No, the Witcher.
Oh, I do apologise. We're just trying to get some information about the guard. I'll be very honest with you. Haven't got much to go on. Trail seemed to have led us here.
And the
not-
mention of a trail, she sort of furrows her eyebrow. What trail? What do you mean? How did you find out?
Hoof prints.
And you see a dark look cross her face.
I'm not going to lie to you. I just want some information.
I'm just protecting the girls.
I completely understand that. As a doctor, I like to protect my patients.
What do
So-
you plan to do?
just find out what truly happened.
Right, give me a persuasion roll.
Not lying would be the best tactic here,
Okay.
because my deception's not great. 19.
A 19.
Yeah.
You hit what you needed to hit.
Is that genuinely what it was?
She looks at you. Just out the back door. Follow the alleyway for a little way. There's a house. You can't miss it. There's a stairway leading to the front door. You have to climb this stairway to lead to the front door. It's just at the other end of the alleyway. Mm-hmm. There you'll find the person you might be looking for, but be gentle. She didn't do this on purpose.
I completely understand, and I know you're just looking out for your girls. We will take this delicately.
And she just nods at you.
I'll nod back, down the drink.
Yep.
And then I'll walk past these two, not even acknowledging them, just going, follow me, and then go.
Follow.
So you head back out the door and you walk down the alleyway where she told you to go, and eventually you approach this run-down shack kind of thing with a small wooden staircase that leads up to the door. However, as you get there, you see a gentleman standing outside. He's leaning up against the wall. He's sort of hunched over, and he doesn't look very well.
Can I do a medicine check? If he's not
Are
looking
you
well.
just going up to him?
Well, as I'd be quite a well-trained doctor, I'd get closer. Could I do like a just a look medicine check, not a physical?
Just do like a
Yeah.
visual assessment of this man.
Yeah,
He hasn't noticed you all. He's still sort of hunched against the wall. He looks very sick.
16.
Yeah, so you can see this man's really pale. So you flash back to obviously the corpse of the guard, and you remember the mortician that was standing there. He mentioned, this man, he looked drained for some reason, but obviously you tested for blood, and he still was full of blood. And so you flick back to that, and this pale gentleman standing outside the house, he looks somewhat the same colour as the corpse was.
Okay, so I will get closer.
Yep.
And I will say to the gentleman, are you all right? You look a bit pale.
I don't remember where I am. I'm so tired. Really tired.
I'm a doctor. Do you want me to check you over and see what's wrong?
I'd like to go home. I think I need to rest.
I would really strongly advise that I check you over to give you the correct medicine to see what's wrong with you.
Okay. He allows you.
Yeah.
Very well. If you want.
What do medicine check
Just
again?
another medicine check, but you can do a physical examination of him now.
22.
A 22. Yeah. So you read this guy. You can see signs of exhaustion on him. He looks like somebody who's been, let's say, he's dehydrated, he's exhausted. That's all, though. He just looks extremely fatigued.
Right.
That's the only thing you can diagnose from him.
Here, Ren,
Okay.
is this the place we're going?
Yes.
Alright.
You two go ahead. I'll check on this gentleman.
Alright. Who are we expecting to be in here? Do we know?
There's a young lady in there. Please be delicate with her.
Okay. We're sure you might want to stay down long.
I'm with this gentleman.
I'll just lean against the wall and cross my arms.
I'm just going to say to the gentleman, you can go home now. You just need to rest. Please take this medicine. Just normal herbs that pain.
Okay, so you give him some sort of potion that would energise him slightly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
tell him to go home and rest.
You've almost given him the equivalent of an energy drink.
A Red Bull.
With caffeine and paracetamol mixed.
Right.
Yeah.
So he starts to sip at your potion as he sort of very
Yeah.
gingerly staggers away from the house.
Yeah.
As she's doing that, I'll go up to the top of the stairs and
Climb the stairs, yep.
I'll follow on behind.
I'll knock on the door.
And a little slat in the door opens up, and you see this pair of emerald eyes looking at you.
Hello, my dear.
Hello.
My name's Dimdish.
Were you sent by Kate?
I was, sort of.
Are you a customer?
No, we're not. We've been sent this way because we're talking about what's happened with the guard guy that's died.
And her eyes darken very quickly. I don't know anything about that.
Can I ask some questions? I'm not coming here, like...
Can I quickly...
Who are you? Were you sent by the guards?
No, I was sent by crippled Kate. She sent us this way.
Am I there yet?
Were you climbing the stairs?
Yeah, I
okay,
followed
so you
on
emerge
quickly.
into her eye line as well, then.
Can I push him out the way? He is short.
You can nudge Dimdish out the way. He looks like he's struggling to communicate.
I'm talking to a woman. It's
He's
not
also not eye level with her either.
Yeah, she's having to look very far down.
He's also looking up, and she's sort of leaning her eyes down at him.
Yeah. I was just gonna sort of like move him out
And she
the way.
sees you.
Sure. I spoke to crippled Kate. She has
Kate.
Kate.
Don't talk about her affliction.
Oh, I deeply apologise. I am a doctor. I understand. I thought that was you being a DM. I was like, wait, what?
No, the establishment's called Crippled Kate's because Kate is crippled, but she doesn't go by Crippled Kate. She goes by Kate, her actual name.
Oops.
A doctor faux pas.
Crippled Kate made a joke of her own affliction, calling her place Crippled Kate's.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
I thought her first name was Crippled.
Is that where you can go get legless?
That is.
I thought that was just a nickname people gave her, and she accepted
No,
it.
it's
She accepted it.
I thought it was a first and last name. I'm not going to lie. Crippled Kate.
The baby was born, they went, I'm calling you Crippled.
You look cripple.
Yeah. Right. So I pushed Dimdish out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've spoken to Kate, and explained that we just needed to check on you, and she's advised to check on you, and take this delicately. Please, can I at least come in and speak?
So she very visibly eyes you both up and down, and you can tell she's working out if she can take you in a fight. She is eyeing you up through the slat in the door.
Do I notice?
Is it just the two of you?
Up here? Yes.
You can see her scanning you. You're not really sure why.
You've got lovely green eyes.
What do you mean up here?
Oh, our friend is down below. He's not a great people person, and we felt like he would not help this situation.
Then I'll allow the two of you inside.
Alright.
Honesty is clearly getting me far.
She's got lovely green eyes as well. By the way.
It's just like, so the door, you hear multiple bolts being undone. as
How
the door-
many is multiple?
3 or 4 bolts being undone, and the door gently opens.
As she's unbolting, can I just look at you and go, this is not ominous
She's
at
opened
all.
it in a way that obviously you wouldn't be able to see her. She's still standing behind the door as she's pulled it open.
She's got lovely green eyes, though. Gotta say.
It's a lovely compliment, Dimdish.
No, she did have lovely green eyes.
Do you walk in?
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk into a room that is full of silks.
I was waiting for bodies. And then I was
They're in the basement.
Silks and satins, and it looks like a luscious bedroom boudoir sort of style. It's all reds and pinks, and it's very pretty in here. And there's a big lush bed.
like, ooh.
And you turn around as she closes the door.
Yep.
As she closes the door,
Yeah.
I was waiting for that moment because
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense otherwise. I'll be like, what's taking so long?
Right, okay.
And then just start slowly walking up the stairs.
Okay,
not
that's
in a
fine.
hurry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, sure. So the door does shut then.
Yeah.
And she pulls a bolt across.
Just one.
And you obviously spin round at the sound of the bolt closing, because you were taking in the room as you were walking in.
Hey.
And standing before you, you see the emerald green eyes, you see this beautiful face, but then you see the horns protruding from her head.
Ooh.
And you look down her body, and beneath her hip, her waist, you see a pair of goat legs.
Oh, is she a foreigneress?
And she looks at you.
Yeah.
I take it you've never met, looking at your expression as you're taking her in, I take it you've never met a succubus before.
Have I?
I would have heard of them, I believe.
Roll.
Which
Heavily.
would do a roll? Insight?
Insight.
Oh, it might be easier on my thing.
No. 9.
A 9. No, you.
I thought with a
might
plus
have
6 it'd be
heard
good.
that they exist, and
Yeah.
that's about it. But they're so few in numbers. They are rare.
Yeah.
Succubus are hardly ever seen.
17.
A 17. So yeah, you know a bit more about succubuses. You know that they're rare. You know that their species is almost extinct. They are few and far between, but it's very unusual for one to be in a city, to be amongst people. They are hunted, they are killed. Succubus live off the life force of people.
My dear, it's not very often that I see a succubus, especially in Novigrad.
It is difficult for my kind to find sustenance anymore. We struggle to survive and stay alive.
No, I get it. I get it.
Some live in caves in the wilderness and hope that people stumble across them. I took a risk.
Does Kate help you?
Kate took me in when nobody else would.
That was really kind of
Is she
her.
beautiful, at least?
She is
I thought she might be.
absolutely stunning. You feel the pull that the magnetism that she has.
Well, I know that guy downstairs felt the pull.
Are you knocking on the door, by the way? Because
Um,
as this conversation is going on, you
I'll
would have
get to the
approached.
top and not see them there, and I'll just try the door.
Okay, so you gently pull the handle down, and obviously there's resistance. It feels like it's locked.
I'll have a little walk around.
Okay, so
I'm not
No,
going to
no,
act
that's-
like I know something's wrong.
yeah, of course. You've
It's
not
very-
heard a scream or a
No,
shout or a
exactly,
cry for
yeah.
help or anything. Yeah,
And
yeah.
you
so,
never will.
So you start climbing, you start climbing back down the stairs again, and I'll get back to you with a perimeter search. Back inside.
Yeah. So the guard.
Do I have...
Yeah.
Do I have, with my 17, an insight to what a succubus can do? With
Yeah,
that?
so obviously through intercourse, they drain the person of their life force. However, back when there was a lot more of them, the reason they were hunted was because they would drain people entirely of their life force and kill them.
But this person isn't, quite clearly. I know why she's
You
here.
saw the man downstairs.
Yeah, I
You
can put...
you can connect dots together.
I
if you
can
wish.
put 2 and 2 and 2 together. So I know what happened to the guard, basically.
Yeah. So the guard that died.
He was here.
Yeah.
The guard was not a customer of mine. The guard
Okay.
found out that
Right.
I was here
Ah,
and attacked me when I was
Okay.
moving through the streets trying to get home.
Okay.
Ah.
I defended myself.
So it was an accident.
I killed him through self-defense. He was going to kill me, or at least tell somebody that I was here, and then I would be descended upon by dozens of them.
As non-human myself, I understand your predicament with, especially being in this town.
I felt the magic in you. You too are at risk.
It's like a song.
You too are at risk being in this city. You do realise that.
Yes, that's why my face has some mud on it.
Those that detect magic, it will not fool.
I understand that. Luckily, I have been lucky so far. Is there others that have tried to expose you, or has that been the only
No,
guard?
I keep myself very concealed. The way Kate works with me,
Right.
the clients, they forget they've ever been here
Is that
when
like
they leave.
the gentleman that was
The
downstairs?
one that just left? Yes, yes.
Okay.
I drain them so much,
Yeah.
and then they leave. It's enough to sustain me.
Okay, that's fine. I already checked him, gave him some
Red Bull.
caffeine and paracetamol.
I'm very good at what I do. I make sure that
Yes.
there are no lasting effects.
I have told him to go home and rest and given him medicine. So just know that will, if anything happens, that will not be on your conscience. Thank you for explaining. I think we should leave.
Are you going to tell the guards?
No.
They will continue to look for me, I am sure.
As long as
I-
you're under Kate's protection,
I have a plan.
Can't
for
see
that.
being an
Witcher,
issue.
can you give me a perception check, please?
I might have a plan.
That's a nat 20.
A natural 20. So as you're scanning the building, you notice an open window very high up in the building. And just by chance, there are some wooden makeshift scaffolding up against the building next door. You
Okay.
can visualize that you could climb up this and get in through that open window should you choose.
I don't really see a need to.
It's
At the
fine.
moment.
Okay. But you have noticed a second entry point to the building.
I think, Ren, we might be able to help both situations.
Right.
But it's going to take a bit of work. My dear, do you actually like being here in Novigrad?
Do I like it here?
Hey,
Not really, but where else is there for me to go anymore?
I might have a friend that can help.
I need stable supply of energy, and I do not wish to go and hide myself away in the forests.
No, fair.
But I'm also aware that now that I have taken a life, then they will not stop looking for me.
No, we need to make a reason for that. And I'm looking at you, Ren. I'm saying we need to make a reason for what's happened with that. And we have a Witcher that might be able to explain away that with something else.
You do also have a dilemma here, because this man's a Witcher who kills monsters, and Witchers take contracts on succubus as well. So it would be within his natural instinct to be very, very much against succubus.
But also for other reasons. That
You've also seen indications that obviously the Witcher you travel with is slightly different from those around.
Hey,
You were present during the speech that was given to the Witcher saying that he was different.
hey. I also feel like this woman actually hasn't done anything wrong. I get it, like, she's just trying to live.
I don't think she's done
I
anything wrong.
haven't seen anything wrong with this at the moment. She's just trying to live out her life. And, I mean, to be fair, that guy, he might not remember, but I bet he was happy.
Yes.
Hey, I thought so. And I bet Kate hasn't heard any complaints ever.
That's because
She's-
they don't remember.
That's
She
good.
seems very protective
Hey.
of the girl.
And if this is the only time that anything's ever happened, and it's because a guard actually found out, I don't actually see anything wrong with this young lady.
No, I don't. That's
She
why
is
I
a
said
young
we
lady?
should just leave.
They-
Succubus age very, very slowly. The same as a Witcher would.
Now, I'll ask you, my dear. We've got a bit of a special friend who's. I mean, he's a bit off, but I think he might be able to help you, and I don't want you to go off the rails when you find out who or what type of person he is.
She looks very curiously at you.
He's a Witcher, but he's not.
Her expression
Hold
is
on.
one of fear.
Hold on. But he's not the same as your normal Witchers. He's
Witchers are all the same. They kill our kind.
this one.
He's lazy.
He's lazy.
I mean, fair, but also he is actually quite kind himself, and I think he might.
That's unheard of. Witches are devoid of motion.
This guy definitely is not.
I am not sure of this. This sounds more dangerous than the guards finding me.
I don't think so.
I really
You're
do.
painting a very nice picture.
Oh, no.
You're not
Oh, no.
there to hear it.
No.
We're actually
luckily.
trying to be really nice, but we're like, no, he's not the same as all other witches.
No, don't be
He's
scared.
lazy.
Don't be scared of him. He nearly lost to ghouls.
He did lose to ghouls.
He also, but the fact that if being lazy, He wouldn't take an interest in you.
Let's be honest, my dear. He hasn't got a contract.
Yeah.
I'm prepared to meet him.
All right. Do you mind if I go and get him? I think he's outside still.
Very well.
And he's just there like other dogs.
Bear in mind, my dear, if things do go wrong, this is wipe his memory. He won't care.
Yeah.
In fact,
Show him a good time. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. He wouldn't say no.
Show him a good time and show him the door.
Oh, she's human from the waist up, right?
Yes.
With
yes.
some horns to hold
yeah,
on
yeah,
to.
Yeah. She does. Yes.
I said that in a joking way, by the way, too.
Yeah. No. So okay, she unbolts the door and opens it for you.
Okay.
Whereabouts would you be at this point?
I
do
wouldn't
you
shout
reckon?
for
I
him.
was
You
just
see the
gonna
window?
witch
Would you
her.
have gone back to the front door once you'd had a scan around?
Yeah, I would have just had a little
Yeah. So
kind
you
of
can
just a
hear the
walk
bolt
around.
pull across and the door open.
Witcher,
No,
Oh.
I'll
poke me head out door.
make my way up.
Okay. So you enter the boudoir
Uh,
of velvet and silks.
When he gets to the door, now Witcher, be nice. Okay,
When am I not?
fair point.
You don't know what you're walking into.
She's lovely, by the way. Lovely green eyes as well. Gotta say that. Does she? Do I hear her say? She's right around the door,
She's
isn't she?
shuffled back
Alright,
quite
fair.
a fair way. She is at the back of the room.
Alright,
She
that's
is
fine.
Worried.
She only hurt that guard through self-defense because he tried to
Kill her.
kill her and
But-
expose her.
I mean, that's the story she's told them, and they've chosen to accept that.
I'm more than happy to accept that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna lie.
And the gentleman downstairs was
He-
only half. She only took enough.
He just stumbled past him.
They
so
haven't said that she's a succubus
No,
yet.
No. Come in, and see the young lady.
Wouldn't he know what a succubus is?
Yeah.
Though?
Well, would
Yeah,
he?
but I don't know that she is. Yeah.
Would
He,
he?
he hasn't seen enough symptoms. Plus, through your diagnosis, you didn't tell anyone
No.
when you were diagnosing the symptoms. You just went up to the man, did a medicine check on him, didn't say to these guys he's
Nope.
suffering from X, Y, Z.
I
You
don't
just
think they
handed,
need to
they
know.
saw you hand him a potion and he walked off.
No
Yeah.
fair.
So
I just
they-
said I was
they-
checking him.
So
yeah.
all he's got to go by is the corpse that he saw at the docks. But he's,
Yeah.
he still needs more to piece things together. All
No,
he
it's
knows
fine.
is that guy was drained. And that's
Yeah.
it. And it wasn't by blood.
Is it energy? It's cheap
Anyways,
energy
Life
damage.
force. It's,
Yeah.
they take years off of you.
Yeah.
Very.
So-
But only years would be if they were to suck the entire fucking life out of you. Would they take
Yeah.
years? I mean, she's taking what could be the
Months.
equivalent of days, weeks off of people's life.
Yeah.
That's all at a time.
I'm fine with it. One good day for one good day. Trade for a trade. So in you come, Witcher, and play nice.
So you walk into the boudoir and you see before you the beautiful woman with the horns and the goat legs. And it does. You don't need to roll this, Witcher. You know what a succubus is visually when you see one.
What do I know about them?
So you would know from the teachings of Velimir that they once were vast in number, and they were evil creatures. They were monsters. They would lure men in with their beauty, and some of them used to sing as well. So with their voices, and they all had different methods of which they used to lure men in. Some used scent, or just their beauty alone. And they would lure them to caves and drain them entirely of their life forces. And you would, or witches used to often get contracted to kill them because they would just wipe out entire villages of the men of the villages. They would wipe them out. Recently, you know that their numbers have dwindled to almost nothing. They are few and far between. They're almost never seen anymore. You are surprised as well that she is in a city. You would never ever have thought that one would ever approach civilization in the way that she has. But you know nothing good of them. There's never been stories or tales of a good succubus.
I'll put a hand on one of my swords. I'll pull it out and just put
And
my
she
hand on it.
slinks back further into the corner.
And I'll stay quiet for a second, give her a kind of a stern look.
Do I see him do that?
You see him take his hand to his sword.
I'll just be Witcher. Calm. Okay, we've got a bit of a strange situation here. Look, she's scared of you, and you're scared of her.
I'm going to step in front of her a bit as well and just sort of put my
You
arm
know-
out.
I'm
You would
not
also
scared of this creature.
know that succubus are powerful. They are strong creatures. They have nails that can tear people apart. They can kick as hard as a horse can.
I've stepped in front of her as well, just to protect her.
Just look at her.
What are you doing in a city?
And at first she looks to the two of you, and then she looks back at the Witcher. Trying to survive. Doing what I can.
The man outside. Your work?
It was. He attacked me. He found out what I am and tried to kill me, and I defended myself.
I'll start circling a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna
Pacing around the room.
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna have a look around while I'm trying to.
bit.
talk
Okay,
to her.
just to suss the room out, see if she's
Yeah.
hiding anything. Yeah, of course. Give me an investigation, but it's in the most subtle of ways.
I mean, he doesn't even have to
Setting
really.
a 6.
he
Only a
doesn't really-
6. I mean, you see the boudoir that I described, the silks. It looks
Yeah.
like a pleasure room as such. You also do happen to see there are some vials of substances you're not sure of that are on a dresser by the bed.
Okay. Yeah, I'll scan the room while I'm talking to her.
Your kind is extinct. As good as.
Pretty much. We pretty much are extinct. We are so few in number now, I haven't seen one of my kin in so long.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
There are some of us who weren't okay with the old ways.
The ways of wiping out civilizations.
We are not perfect, Witcher. But all people are imperfect.
Spilling tea is imperfect.
People would kill us and we would kill people.
People killed you because you murdered villages at a time.
Witcher, we are predators. And to survive, we killed our prey. Our prey just happened to be people. I don't agree with the old ways, but I also understand that when you sit atop the food chain, you devour those that are weaker than you.
I will stop pacing and turn when she says that and look her directly in the eyes.
Yeah.
I think you'll find I'm top of the food chain.
I'll
She-
pick up the little vial and give it a shake and a look at.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to try and work out?
Only from just looking at it, I'm not gonna. I might. pop
Give
it
me
off.
another investigation then.
I might
It's
pop
quite
it
hard
off
to
and
see because this is
smell
like
it.
a rose tinted vial, so knowing the substance inside is quite difficult unless you were to pop the lid and smell it or something.
Yeah, I'll smell it while I do.
Okay,
but
yeah,
Only
yeah.
as like thinking it's perfume or something.
Yeah.
21.
You are certain it's not perfume; it's some sort of potion.
I'll pop it back down.
So why are you here? Why have you not left?
I chose to risk it to keep myself alive and to come to a city and to feed off of the people in this city to survive. I do not kill Witcher. I merely take them of days and weeks. That's all.
You rob them.
They are left unaware. They are tired at the end, and that is all I do to them.
You're lucky there's no contract on you.
And then I'll.
I mean, technically there is.
But I haven't taken one.
The guard contracted
Yeah.
you to find the killer.
Find.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, he only specified to find out who did it.
So
And
I'll
didn't say
walk
to
back.
tell him either. Just said to
I think he
find.
expects you to
Yeah.
tell him.
I think that's part of it. I can't just
No.
go up to her and go, found him.
Found him.
Hand out.
Exactly.
I didn't have to tell you.
It doesn't say specifically
That's
find
not
out and tell
fine.
me.
We're near the Docklands, right?
So the brothel district sort of sits on the docks, obviously where ships would come in, and the men on the ships would then flood to the brothels and enjoy their time, and then men at sea, they get horny.
Hey,
Seaman.
Aye.
I'll just start walking to the door.
Uh-huh.
I'll lean against it.
Witcher, I don't believe this lady meant to kill that man, and I could also see the reason why it would lead to that as well. I don't believe in extincting species. I don't think it's a good idea, even though I get it, you've got
There are
previous-
male succubi
Yeah.
as well, so...
I get it. There are, but not many.
No, again, dwindling in number. You couldn't put a finger on the amount of female and males. You couldn't... Your best judgment would be that you don't think there's enough of each kind to actually save the species if they were to find each other.
And they have to find each other.
They would have to find each other, which would be almost impossible as well.
I second what Dimdish says.
I
I believe this
And it
girl.
doesn't look like this woman is looking to
carry on the
procreate.
species.
Yeah,
She's just trying to survive.
I believe this woman just needs to be left alone.
But I also know that the guards aren't going to stop looking.
With the quantity she's taking, you would know that, normally if they drained a person of their entire life force, they wouldn't feed again for weeks, maybe months even. But because she's taking so few in quantity, she would be feeding on a regular basis. At least 2 or 3 times a week.
I have an idea that the way this is going is that Kate sends gentlemen here for a good time, and they probably get a good time by the looks of it, based on what the guy downstairs does. But also, I don't believe this woman's killing people. I don't believe that she's draining that much. And in this city, after what I just saw in this town square, I don't believe that actually she's the most evil thing in this city.
Do what you want with her, Dimdish.
We'll leave them alone.
I just think that we should probably tell the guards that we found the culprit and he fell in the river.
Okay, the coroner has examined the body, and he knows that's not the case. And he would have given that report to the guard. The guard knows that this person was murdered, attacked.
No, I mean as in the murderer.
Oh, okay, right, gotcha. Okay, you can, yeah.
I would just like to end this situation and let things be as they are. I'm not saying for you to help her or do anything for assistance or anything like that, other than just let the situation be. But I would need
It's
your
your
help
choice.
in this.
It's your choice to leave her here.
I would need your help in that.
Why would you need my help?
Because you're a witcher. And you have a lot more sway when it says about situations. If you say to a guard, somebody fell in a river, somebody fell in a river.
Got swept away.
Yeah. Or, got in a fight with a guard and the person died. Or ran away on a boat. One of these could work.
And what do we get out of this?
Nothing. But what do we lose, Witcher? Nothing.
I mean, you potentially could lose your pay.
Maybe we came to an outcome. It might not be the outcome they want, but it's an outcome. And it's something that I could actually live with. I'm a man of reason. And this seems like the most reasonable outcome. A, we don't have to kill somebody just for protecting themselves, and B, I don't actually lose money or gain money. So it's up to you, really. And Ren, I don't know what your idea is on this, but I think I could live with myself with this one.
As somebody who's seen a lot of death, and death that is unnecessary, I don't see her being a threat to anybody in that way.
Aye.
Yes, she has the capacity, but I don't think
And Hell Witcher, if it actually does turn out she is killing people
The only
constantly.
dilemma you've got, Witcher, is like if she chooses one day that she's fed up of feeding 3 to 4 times,
Yeah,
she could take a life.
that's what I was thinking.
I was also going to say that, though.
There is
also-
there is that potential that she could just get fed up
Yeah.
and just be like, well, I could just take one life and that would do me for like a month.
But also, looking at the way this situation is,
But would she risk it? That's
exactly.
You got to think about it.
But
also, a Witcher kind of knows she's here.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, I'll come away from the door and walk back in. I'll go literally like right up to her.
Uh-huh. You see, as you get really close, her nails do elongate slightly. She's prepared.
Yeah. And I will cross my arms and look her directly in the face.
I'll be spending some time in town. My friends want to help you. I do not. I will make that abundantly clear to you. If I find any evidence that you are taking lives because you are being lazy, then I will come for you, contract or not.
You're going to leave me alone.
I'll be watching.
Very well. I chose this lifestyle for myself, and I shall continue to live it.
And I'll just walk away.
from behind him,
You go, girl.
So you will exit,
yeah.
and I assume make your way back to the guard at the bridge, who gave you the contract.
You have lovely green eyes, by the way, before I leave.
She smiles as she shuts the door. And you make your way back down out the brothel district to the bridge, and the guard is still stationed there, the one that sent you on the mission in the first place. You've only been gone a few hours.
We remember the hoof prints, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to kick those away.
On
As
your
we're
way
going,
out, okay.
on
On
our
your
way
way out,
out.
you sort of cover those tracks. That's fine. And yeah, as you approach the guard, he just looks at you. Join us next time to find out how the gang are going to convince the guard that the criminal murderer is not on the loose anymore. If you've got any questions or queries, or just want to see what we're up to, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at How Not to Summon, or join our Discord at How Not to Summon a Podcast, or go to our Linktree to find all our links, or go to our YouTube to find all our new vids. I've been your DM, Sheeny Senpai.
I've been Dimdish.
I've been Ren.
I've been your Witcher.
See you later, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Sarah.